has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I've bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Alright everybody, Ice here, and welcome to our playthrough of Darkest Dungeon. This is absolutely one of my favorite games, probably of all time. It's a sort of a roguelike dungeon crawler meets like Lovecraftian horror tale. And it is just fantastic, man. It's got a great art style, great music, great narration and everything. I just really can't say enough about it. So basically, the premise of it is you have a little hamlet that you're trying to rebuild and upgrade buildings and things, and at the same time you have adventurers who come to the place, and then you can send them on adventures into the various dungeons and things beneath the hamlet. So we're going to go ahead and start a new campaign. We're going to call this Lovecraft. Why not, right? I mean, it really is in the vein of all of like H.P. Lovecraft's horror stories, horrors from other Earths and things like that, with a lot of traditional like hack and slash adventure things thrown in, orcs and things like that. But it's absolutely, it's just fantastic overall.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Oh man, I love the voiceover and the narration in this game. It's just like it really gets you settled into the mood that they want you in. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here, and I think we're going to start with a crusader who is sort of a knight, a melee specialist guy, more like a paladin if you're into D&D and that kind of thing, and a highwayman. So these are our guys here. Okay, map navigation. You're currently in a room. I don't actually need these tips and things, but I'll leave them up in case you guys, want to kind of, pause the video and read them and things. So, but I'm not gonna waste a lot of time with that in this particular playthrough. So we've got Reynold the Crusader here, okay, and we've got Dima the Highwayman. Basically, like I said, he's a crusader, so he's good at smiting people. Basically, you'll have a team of up to 4 adventurers once you get to town and actually recruit people. And based on what spots you have them in, they can use various abilities. Now, all of his, with the exception of just a couple that you can train him in later, are like frontline abilities, okay? Which are going to enable him, like with Smite, he can hit the first 2 enemies in their line. See the red dots here on the right. And with Zealous Accusation, how the 2 dots are joined there means he hits both of those slots, okay? He has Stunning Blow, which is good for, as you will see, stunning enemies, and Bulwark of Faith, which is a self-buff, and it increases your torch. Now, your torch light is up here. This is, right now we're at Radiant Light, because we're outside and it's daytime. But you mainly start off at 100. You've got a bonus to scouting and a bonus to monsters being surprised. You can actually reduce the torch or snuff it out entirely, because here's the thing about that. It will give you, I believe, an increased chance to get critical hits in the dark, and it will give you an increased chance to find treasure. But there's also the chance that monsters will be more likely to surprise you. So there is that. Anyway, Dima, he has got Open Vein, which is a melee bleed attack, which he can use from either the 1 to 3rd slot in your line against the first 2 in their line. And his opponent then bleeds for 2 points per round for 3 rounds. Now, the bleed damage, and you'll also have blight damage as well, are stackable. Okay, so if you hit the same enemy with it twice, then they'll actually bleed for 4 points around it, etc., etc., and more as you level up the skill. He's also got, you'll notice he has a pistol there. He's got Pistol Shot, which he can use against the back 3 members of their line. If the target is marked, which there are, I think, 3 different classes that can actually mark targets. He's not one of them. But if the target is marked, he does an extra 25% damage. Then he's got Grape Shot Blast, which is good against the first 3 enemies in their line, and it hits everybody, which is amazing. And Tracking Shot, which is a very accurate shot that gives him a buff. Basically, it's like he's sort of taking aim with the first one. So this is our mini-map down here. Basically, you move from room to room by clicking on the next room, and then you move through 4...
have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Right, you move through 4 screens of basically like hallway, and you'll find things through here, which we're going to get attacked by this
in brutal fashion.
This cutthroat gentleman right here, who has just made a terrible life decision that has brought him here to where he has to fight us, and that's going to be bad for him. See, there's the bleed damage. Aw, that's cute, guy. Yeah, there you go. All right.
Destroy them all.
And look, see, he left us some money, so there we go. We're already off to a pretty good start. Okay, and this is his campsite. We're going to take his things. He doesn't need them anymore.
Gold, trinkets, and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Okay. So, this giant... Oh, see, they surprised us, and that shuffled our line.
There is much to be found in forgotten places.
That's okay, though. We'll be fine. We got this.
An ambush.
Okay, I actually want you to move back. I do. And then we're going to try our best to stun him. Now, you'll see his resistances down there on the bottom. He's got stun resistance of 50%, blight, bleed, debuff, and move. I am going to try and stun him. I mean, I've got a 50% shot to do it, and I'd really like him to not get a turn. So we're going to go ahead and try that out. And he resisted. That's okay. That's all right. I think that's a bleed attack. Yeah, that's okay. That's not, Reynold's got a lot of health. That little guy's got to go, though, so we're going to go ahead and pistol shot you. Well, it's something. I mean, it's half his health, so we're going to try to stun again. Boom!
Pummeling.
There we go. Okay, so, you probably saw the black circle appear above his head earlier, and then there was a white one there. Okay, so the black circle is stress, and the white circle is, well, hope, I guess, or de-stress, basically. They've each got a bar here that will fill up with these white squares, and when it gets full, they will basically reach their stress breaking point, okay? Now, the only way to heal it, well, not the only way, but one of the main ways to heal it is to basically go to town and engage in activities that they find not stressful. So basically, we'll want to do that in between adventures and keep them from going insane, which is a real possibility. And it might happen, and it probably will happen, because this game is very challenging, actually, especially later on. But you see how his stun resist is actually 90 right now? That's because I just had him stunned. There we go. So basically, if you put that on an enemy, they get an increased resistance to it for the next couple of turns. See, that was the stress, and he's got a second box filled down here. Now, actually, you will notice as well as we go along that even once they hit that breaking point, if they hit that breaking point, which they won't in this particular fight, but if they do, and it continues to go up, they're in danger of having like a full-blown heart attack. All right? So, completing quest, yes, okay. We're actually going to continue adventuring and look at this chest here that they had. The bandit's trapped chest. I don't have anything to unlock it per se, but we're going to try and have Dima open it anyway. Maybe he can get past the trap. I don't know. Doesn't look like he can. Well, that's okay. We didn't get anything out of it, but, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Alright, so we got 5,000 gold. Got a little bit of treasure that you actually, any food or torches or anything you have at the end of the dungeon, you just sell them and you get whatever gold from them. These heirlooms are actually what you use to upgrade your buildings when you're in town. Okay, so they both gained a level, and Dima had something happen here. He got tough plus 10 max HP. Nice. Alright, so this is going to take us to the hamlet. You'll see the buildings in various states of disrepair.
Welcome home.
And this is our caretaker goals and things. We've got a ton of those right now because we haven't really done anything.
They are yours now, and you are bound to them.
The narrator talks almost constantly, so, you know, if I'm talking over him too much or if he's trying to talk over me too much, I'm sorry about that. There's not a lot I can do about it.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned
graveyard, Ancestors' Memoirs. This is where you can watch any of the
oblivion.
videos that you've unlocked as you play through the game.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Okay, so the stagecoach is where you can recruit new heroes, and we're going to go ahead and do that.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses.
Indeed, narrator
all will
guy.
find their way
Indeed.
to us now that the
Okay,
road is
so
clear.
we're going to go ahead and get the Plague Doctor. He is a...
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
He is a debuffer. Basically, what he does is he specializes in poisoning your enemies and stunning them, which is great to have along, okay? So we absolutely want to get him, and we're going to get this Vestal here as well. She is a priestess. She's got some melee capability.
Pious and unrelenting.
And there's that. She's also capable of healing as well, so that's good. Now, eventually, we'll unlock the rest of these buildings. There's actually one up here, the Survivalist, which teaches your adventurers camping skills. Basically, they each have 3 camping skills that they can use if you have a longer dungeon wherein you actually have to make camp. And these can be things that either heal people or decrease stress and that kind of thing. So it's handy to visit her, but she's very expensive. I don't have a lot of these unlocked yet because you just have to play through the storyline to get them unlocked. This is the tavern. It's not unlocked yet. This is one of the places that they can de-stress. I believe it's got a... you can go to the bar, you can gamble, or go to the brothel there, which all cost various amounts of money depending on the level of the hero and whether or not you've upgraded them to cost less. Okay, and then you've got the sanitarium. Now, I mentioned that they can go insane and things later on. They can also get various debuffs and things put on them, which are more or less permanent, unless you take them to the sanitarium and have them cured, which also there's various slots that you can put them in, and it costs various amounts of money based on what you're getting taken care of and that kind of thing. And diseases as well are a new thing that's been more or less recently implemented. Then you've got the Abbey here. This is another place to remove stress. They can... let's see, they can pray, they can meditate, or they can flagellate themselves. And these, again, take away various amounts of stress and cost various amounts of money. So then you've got the guild. Now, the guild is one of the places that I want to focus on upgrading first, because the guild allows my adventurers to upgrade their various abilities and to learn new abilities. So that is one of the first places we're going to want to unlock, especially for like the Vestal, because that will enable her healing to get even better. Then you've got the blacksmith, which is going to enable them to upgrade their like armor and weapons. Okay, so like for instance, Reynold here, he starts with a rusty hauberk and a battered longsword, and so we want to get those upgraded because that'll increase his damage base, his crit base, and his speed. And his armor will increase his dodge base and his hit points, and that's the same for pretty much everybody. I think some of them have different attributes that these get as they level up, but frankly, I haven't really been past like level 5 with any heroes, so I'm not sure what all they would do past that. Now, we could rename him. I'm not going to, because I mean, like, Reynold's like a good name for a Crusader, I think, but we are going to customize this palette. You can switch their outfits. This is about as customizable as your adventurers get. I mean, as far as like these are their other abilities and things, and we're gonna learn some of them as we go along. But I want to switch his outfit, and it's just a cosmetic thing. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything. I think he's only got 4 of them. I kind of like the white one, the white, like standard Crusader tunic. Now, these are his quirks. He's got Warrior of Light, plus 10 damage if torch above 75%. I'm not going to go over all of these for everybody. God-fearing, he will only pray for stress relief. And he's a kleptomaniac, which means he's prone to stealing items, because nobody's perfect. So when we get the Sanitarium open, I'm probably going to take Kleptomaniac from him, because what that will mean is he will, occasionally when we find treasure, he will just like take it for himself, and I don't like that, because I like having the treasure that I can spread amongst the party. Now, the Nomad Wagon here is where you can buy trinkets and things in town. She's pretty expensive, but you want to get her upgraded. Not necessarily first, but I mean, it's nice to have those things coming in.
Of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Alright, so this is going to be our first adventure here. It's in the ruins. Excuse me. So, test yourself in the mad realm of your fallen ancestor. Take note of how the creatures have taken over, but don't delve too far. So we just need to explore 90% of rooms. This is a short apprentice level 1. We will get a stun charm, which is it increases stun resistance, but takes away your dodge chance. So there's kind of a trade-off there. We'll get some crests, and we'll get some gold. So we're going to go ahead and set them in their lineup here. And they're pretty much, like the first 4 that you get, you can pretty much just set them in line as you get them, and you get the usual suspects. I'm not sure if that gives like a bonus to anything, but basically various group makeups, and there's like 6 more different character classes. Various makeups will give different names of groups, but I don't know that that actually does anything for you. So what we're going to do now is go to the provisioner screen and buy some tasty things to take with us.
Now in gold, later in blood.
So I'm going to take 12 food. I'm not going to take any torches, simply because the lower the light gets, the better our chance of getting treasure. I'm going to take a couple of shovels and a couple of keys, just because you'll run into blockages and things. You want to have shovels for that, and you want to have keys to unlock boxes and things that you find. So I think we're good. And another thing they've implemented pretty recently is that some classes will start you off with a couple of items, like the Vestal. It's either her or the Crusader starts you off with holy water, which is used to purge evil and restore purity. So if you find, I think, fountains, you use that on. And then anti-venom is good for countering blights, poisons, and toxins. That comes from having the Plague Doctor along with you. Alright, your first expedition into the ruins of your ancestry. Be curious, be careful. Can do! We're gonna be, it's gonna be a good time. Everybody's gonna do great. I have faith in my team. Alright. Okay, so here we go, and we've got a pretty large dungeon. I mean, when we started out, it was just the 2 rooms. So basically, I want to kind of plot my course. I've only got to do like 90% of these, so we're probably just going to go like up and over and skip that one room that's kind of in the middle there. Because if I don't have to go to it, I'm not going to, because it'll just put more stress on them. See, it's already begun. Okay, salvage the unburned torch. Got it. Okay, well, great. We got a torch. I mean, we don't really need it. We'll go ahead and use it now. Just to keep that up, as long as possible. Alright, here we go. Skeletons, bone rabble. And we've got them surprised. This should be a pretty quick fight. I hope. Now, you'll notice these guys have 200% bleed resistance. Obviously, I mean, they're skeletons. You can't make a skeleton bleed. However, you can blight them, which is what he's going to do right now. And that's actually going to do 4 damage per round for 3 rounds, which means he's got 2 HP left. He's dead on his next turn. And that will kick in before he gets to attack, which means we don't need to worry about him anymore. Now, the Vestal, she's got her Divine Grace, which heals an ally, or we can do Dazzling Light, which has the potential to stun this guy. We're going to hope it does. It does. Okay, and it increased our torchlight.
A blazing star is born.
Oh, the misses. Come on, man. Come on. Do better. Alright, so let's see. That guy's gone. Okay. Okay, you can't bleed him, but you might as well swing at him because there's not much else you can do. Okay, and put him down. There we go.
Give them no quarter.
Alright, so that was, like I said, pretty easy fight. Unlocked Strongbox, long forgotten Strongbox 6 on the cold stone floors, contents unknown. We're going to take it. What did we get? We got a shovel, we got some crests, and a holy water. Great. Okay. So like I said, like holy water and stuff like that. Now the first 2 that you got for free, they won't sell at the end of the dungeon. But anything over that, you'll get a little bit of money for. Okay, so we're going to move to that room. Now, that's an obstacle. That's why we brought the shovels. And then that's going to be a battle. So there's going to be some enemies in this hallway. Okay, you don't get scouting like that all the time. But I've got Dima with me, and he's pretty good at scouting. So he's got our backs there. Okay, so here we go. And surprised again. That's why it's good to have the torch light up, guys. Okay, so she is actually the cultist acolyte is Trouble. She will, she has a spell that increases stress on our party, so we want to knock her out as quickly as possible. She's got 13 health. Let's go with a Plague Grenade. That's going to put some blight on her. She takes 1 damage immediately, and then she resisted. Well, crud. Alright, we're going to try and stun her. Because, I mean, damage from these guys, she can pretty much take care of. But, the stress damage, I don't have anybody that can take care of that right now. So we're going to go ahead and have him, since he can't hit her with anything, we're going to have him use his Zealous Accusation and hit both of these guys. He took one of them straight out. Fantastic. Okay. And I think, yeah, okay. You know what? You can probably kill both of them with a Grape Shot Blast. Yes!
Continue the onslaught.
All right. So we got a little gold there, and we got medicinal herbs. Cleanses items and prevents maladies. Can also be applied to hero to eliminate combat debuffs. So fantastic. We're doing good so far. Not bad. We're at our first room. Okay. Nothing here. So like I said, we're just going to move up and around because, I mean, if I don't have to hit that room, I won't. So, I mean, it would be a shame if I missed any treasure or anything in it, but at the same time, it's a trade-off of not getting, extra stress. So... Okay, so yeah, the torch is fading. Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right. Nope, we're surprised. Crud. Well, that's not great news, but it's not terrible. Because I think she's got a couple of melee abilities that she can use. Otherwise, I'll just move her back in the line. Now, see, she used the stress has gone up on her because of her, whatever it's called. Stressful Invocation, I think. We're going to go ahead and get the blight on her. Okay. This guy does bleed damage, and he crits. That's not great news. Okay, that's fine. We're good. Okay, so she's got Illumination and Hand of Light. You know what? We're going to go ahead and move her back in the line, simply because she's just not great where she's at. Okay, Pistol Shot. No! Come on, Dima. You got to do better than that. Okay. Graveyard Slash. It was a graveyard smash. Needed the mash. I'm fine. Yeah, so anyway, gonna try and we can stack the bleed or the blight hopefully. So now she's taking 8 damage. Yeah, she's dead on her next turn, so I'm not gonna worry about her after this. Go ahead and shoot him. There we go. That's 2 enemies down basically already, and I need her to get back 1 more so that she can start healing people. And then I'll reshuffle my guys after the combat to get them back to their various positions that they should be in. Okay, put the blight on him. Yeah, okay, they're both dead. They're both dead.
Weapon that cuts
all right, you need to move up there. There we go. We're back to where we need to be. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take you out.
As the fiend falls.
Okay, so we got that. We got the anti-venom. Okay, we don't need the anti-venom. I don't know that there's anybody in the ruins who actually uses poison, so Okay, heirloom chest with your family sigil. Now, this one actually, you can just open it and get a little bit of stuff, or if you use a key on it, you will get a little bit more. So there's a tip for you guys. We got some onyx. These are, there's 2 of them. They're worth 500 gold each, and we got a little bit of gold there, which is good. Okay, not too bad for a first little foray there. Now, here's the thing. I said that she's a healer, but you can't heal in between combats. You can only heal in combat. So you have to kind of watch that. Now, the thing is, though, we brought food with us, and they can eat to regain health. I caution you, they can only eat like 4 at a time before they're full. But you want to be careful. No, I didn't want to switch you. Dadgummit. Well, hold on. Okay. Get back where you're supposed to be. Okay. Anyway, so I caution you because you want to have at least 4 food on you at all times. Because they will occasionally just get hungry. And if they do, and they don't have anything to eat, their stress level will go through the roof, and they'll actually take a little bit of damage. So you don't want that. Okay? So, oh, there's treasure there. You know what? I'm going for it. I need to. Now, there's a trap here in the hallway. You don't want to just run over it. Now, when you see this appear, that means that you can look and see what their trap disarm is. Dima obviously has a 90% chance, so we're... Oh, well, it was that 10% that he just didn't know how to do. That's okay. Anyway, so whichever one has the highest chance is the one that you want to use to try and disarm traps, obviously, because they're the one that's the best at it. Okay, so we've got some skeletons here. Now we're completely in darkness, which means that they are taking a little bit more stress damage. The monsters are more accurate and do more damage, and we're more likely to be surprised. However, we do get more crits and more loot, and I like loot because loot is a good thing. Okay, we're going to try and take out their crossbowman as quickly as possible because he is just bad news. We're probably not going to get him before he gets a shot off. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. I mean, they do a ton of damage. Maybe, unless we stun him. Yes! Okay, that actually brought us a little bit of light. It's not a lot, but it's something. Okay, and he's actually dead on his next turn from the blight, so we're not going to worry about him anymore. But basically, these guys here, the arbalists, are just mean, man. I mean, they tend to crit a lot, and they tend to just do a crap ton of damage just on their own. Okay, so that didn't do any initial damage, but it did put the blight on him. So he's actually going to die on his next turn. So we're going to go ahead and heal somebody. I think Dima probably needs it. Oh, and she crits. That's fantastic. And it took some stress and healed him, which is good. Basically, when you get a crit, it heals stress damage from you. So we're going to go ahead and purge this with holy water. Oh, I have to actually bring it up first. There we go. Okay, divine benefit. I think it's going to heal him. Yes. Okay, good. Well, it's something. There's treasure there. I'm going to go ahead and get it, because, I mean, starting out, we need everything we can get.
Darkness holds much worse than...
Oh, crud. His kleptomania kicked in, so he's going to take whatever this is. Come on, man. That's why I want to cure that as quickly as possible. That's bad news. So we're going to back up, and they'll take a little bit of stress damage from doing that, but it won't be much. Yeah, I know. What if we're ambushed like this? Right, I get it. Okay, so... Anyway, well, that's unfortunate that he decided to take that for himself. That means I can't use any of it. He just keeps whatever it is. So we definitely want to get that cured as soon as possible. Now, I mean, hopefully that only kicks in like once, because if he takes more than that, I'm gonna be angry with him. Oh, come on, bro! Really, you're killing me. Oh, there's so much good stuff there. You are you're a bad man. As soon as that sanitarium's open, you're getting cured of this. This is ridiculous. So here's what I'm talking about, the hunger thing. We're going to go ahead and eat 4 food, regain 5% health. If we didn't, we had eat nothing, take 20% damage plus stress damage. So, yeah, like I said, have food with you. And it's a shame because there was like 8 food in what he just took from us. So we're going to continue adventuring simply because there's one more room. Now, I told you I wasn't going to go to that room. If there hadn't been that little curio there, I wouldn't have. Frankly, I would have just skipped it. But since there was something there was the potential to get some treasure, I decided to chance it. So, and I'm good. And it's good that we came over here because there's this chest here. I mean, it's going to be a pretty difficult fight. This guy and his tempting goblet, that's going to increase stress damage as well. See, yeah. So that's not great news. We're going to go ahead and throw a plague grenade back there and get some hopefully good blight damage on both of them. Yes. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and shoot that guy, and he's going to die on his next turn from the blight, and that is a good thing. Okay, he's gone. I hate arbalists with a passion. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and I'm going to... I'm going to go ahead and just attack somebody with you, simply because, I mean, we need to take these guys out as quickly as possible, so I don't need to spend a lot of time shuffling around if I can avoid it. You, however, are going to have to move forward because you can't hit anybody from back there. All of his stuff, pretty much, like I said, is the first couple of positions. Okay, so go ahead and pop that guy. Hopefully that'll bring him down to... Yep, there we go. Okay, the light got him. And plague grenade for you, sir. Alright, that's not going to quite kill you. So we're going to have her go ahead and punch you in the face. Okay, and gone. Alright, so just this guy left then. And we're going to stun him. I hope. No! That's okay. Don't hurt her. Okay, she's fine. She's going to live. She'll live. Yeah, I know. Your wounds are mounting. Okay. Yeah, be debunked. Okay. Yeah, there you go. That takes away from his damage and his accuracy. Okay. Dema, do a little damage there. I mean, there's no bleed on him, but that's okay. A little blight damage, possibly. Yes, okay. And hopefully put him down. Yes! Alright, great. Okay, so we got that done. We're going to take all that stuff, and then we're going to open this with a key.
But a victory nonetheless.
Alright, we're going to take all of that, and now we're going to complete quest and go back to town. Okay, so we got the stun charm. I'm probably not actually going to use it because, I mean, it does take 2 from their dodge chance, but it does increase their stun resistance. So I don't know. I'll keep it around and maybe make that decision later. So these guys both leveled up. They got a little bit of XP. What did you get? Last gas, +1 speed if HP below 50%. That's cool. Meditator improves stress reduction while meditating and while camping. That's good. Okay. And what are you? Ruins Phobe, 20% stress damage in Ruins. Wield Adventurer, -20% stress damage in Wield. Okay. So, and there's various areas. There's the Ruins, the Wield, the Warrens,
we dug for months,
and like 2 more that I can't remember right now. So we've unlocked the Tavern and the Abbey. That will enable us to get some of that stress damage off of them. But first things first, I want to go to the Stagecoach, and we're going to get, apparently, the Antiquarian and the Houndmaster. Now, we've got 4 of 9 right now. We're going to take both of them,
a lawman and his faithful
and
beast.
we're going to upgrade the Stagecoach because I want more heroes available. And I want an increased barracks. Okay, so this will take us to 12, and that will increase the number of heroes available by, to 3 from 2. So that will enable us some choice when people actually come forward. Now, the Antiquarian is very new, and the Houndmaster is pretty new. The Houndmaster actually has a dog with him. He specializes in doing bleed damage, and he has a self-heal, which is fantastic. The Antiquarian is not great at combat. She functions more as a debuffer. But while you have her in your party, you will occasionally find antiquities while you're finding treasure, which are worth a fair amount of money. So it's good to have her along. So we've got the tavern going on. Okay, stress relief. Let's see. You probably could use some stress relief. We're going to put you in the gambling hall. Okay. Are you automatonophobia and sickly? All right. We're going to put you in the Abbey here.
The cobwebs have been dusted.
Spend a little less money. See, that's 1,000. I think that was 1,250, and that's 1,500.
To the faithful.
We're going to confirm that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to keep you guys around. You're not hurting so badly. I mean, you weren't, but I'll go ahead and get you stressed down. And I think the next mission, or the one after that, will unlock the guild and the blacksmith, and then the sanitarium, and then the survivalist. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me, but we'll find out. Anyway, so that's our first little adventure with these guys, and I mean, like I said, I love this game. This is a fantastic little dungeon crawler. We'll get more deeply into it as time goes on. But anyway, I'm going to end the video here, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the content. If you have, please feel free to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined. And I will see all you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.